Well, hi there, warm welcome. You're watching Times Now and I'm Meghna Dekha. First up on the bulletin, the focus is going to be the massive push to reform madrasas. And this is very interesting because on one hand, you have in Uttar Pradesh a survey which is being conducted to look into illegal madrasas and the curriculum that they are imparting to the students there. On the other hand, in Assam, you have the Madrasa of Terror, which is found to be linked to Ansarul Bangla's terror organization, have been razed down. Meanwhile, BJP's Minister Giriraj Singh too has lauded UP government's decision to conduct a survey. He's in fact gone to the extent of saying every state, including Bihar, should carry out this exercise to regularize all madrasas, saying a detailed analysis of activities in these madrasas is very, very significant. In the midst of it all, remember what's happened today. The top development is yet another cleric has been arrested from Kishtwar. In Kishtwar, where this man who was preaching youth in madrasas, he was found to be radicalized, and in fact, as per the security forces, he has also confessed to radicalizing and recruiting youth for terror at a time when he was imparting lessons in terror. He's been caught, but despite that, you have the lobby which is still pushing to stop the reforms in madrasas. Let's get you some of the voices.
पूरे मदरसा का वो सर्वे करा रहे हैं। कई लोगों को पेट में दर्द हो रहा है, ओबेसी जैसे लोगों को। पेट में दर्द होने की जरूरत नहीं है। अगर वहाँ का मुख्यमंत्री चाहता है कि मुसलमानों को अच्छी शिक्षा मिले, लेकिन ओबेसी को दर्द कुछ और है कि कहीं ये तो ना पता चल जाएगा कि कौन बांग्लादेशी है, कौन रोहिंग्या है। सारे सीमा पर मदरसों की जांच होनी चाहिए, मस्जिदों की जांच होनी चाहिए, कौन लोग उसमें रह रहे हैं, क्या कर रहे हैं, भारत के खिलाफ कर रहे हैं या भारत के पक्ष में कर रहे हैं।
Meanwhile, AIMIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has said that this is an attempt to harass Muslims. But in July this year, the Patna police, remember, had busted a major terror plot before the Prime Minister's visit. Documents titled Islamic Rule in India by 2047 were also seized during these raids. Now, the onus is on Chief Minister Nitish. Will he follow the UP model, or will there be more resistance to reform of the madrasas?
टारगेटेड सर्वे जो कर रहे हैं इसलिए कर रहे हैं ताकि कल डेटा जमा करके आप उनको हैरास करेंगे और उनको परेशान करेंगे। इसलिए मैंने कहा छोटा एनआरसी है, बिल्कुल छोटा एनआरसी है। आप जब डेटा जमा करेंगे क्या करेंगे? एनआरसी भी क्या करता है? अगर एनआरसी होगा तो पूरा डेटा मिलेगा, उसके बाद हैरास करेंगे और फिर मुसलमान को स्टेटलेस बनाएंगे आप। तो ये छोटा एनआरसी है। मैं जो लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूं ना, वो सम्मान की, इज्जत की, हिस्सेदारी की लड़ाई लड़ रहा हूं और इस पर कोई कॉम्प्रोमाइज मैं नहीं करूंगा।
Well, meanwhile, let's tell you how the meeting of Sunni ulema and the Raza Academy is also going on, and they are demanding action against this. In fact, they've decided to write to the president themselves. The Muslim bodies are calling it an atrocity. That the survey is an atrocity is what they are claiming.
योगी जी जब से आए हैं उस वक्त से ज़रा सी थोड़ी सी एक्टिविटीज़ ज़्यादा बढ़ गई हैं। तो अगर उनको शक है और किसी मदरसे के ख़िलाफ़ उनको ऐसा लगता है कि वहाँ कुछ ऐसी एक्टिविटीज़ हो रही हैं, तो वो सीएम है, उनको राइट है, एवरी इंडियन को राइट है, वो सवाल नहीं है। उनको राइट है इस बात का, वो खूब अच्छी तरह से निरीक्षण करवा लें। मोस्ट वेलकम। ये कहना चाहेंगे कि ईमानदारी, इंसाफ से काम लें, और अगर उसको किसी किस्म का कोई ऐसा गलत काम मिलता है तो बिल्कुल नहीं छोड़े, लेकिन बिला वजह किसी को परेशान न करें।
Well, let me go across to Shivani, who's joining us. Shivani, there has been a lot of proof which is coming out that there are certain madrasas, definitely not all the madrasas, but there are certain madrasas which are being used by radical elements to recruit and radicalize the youth of India. There have been several of them bulldozed in Assam. In Uttar Pradesh, they are undergoing a survey. But why this resistance which is coming in from the so-called secular lobby, where they are injecting politics into something which is a matter of national security?
Well, here clearly both the sides, all these Muslim organizations, specifically in Mumbai, are conducting several such meetings. And not only this, but yesterday, in fact, in Aurangabad also, the same kind of meeting took place of Waqf board, clearly saying that Muslims are being targeted, and people like Yogi Adityanath are coming forward and are attacking the Muslim authorities, the Muslim people out here. And in fact, the surveys in madrasas, those are happening right now, clearly showcases that what kind of doubt and challenge the government has regards to the Muslim community. Simultaneously, they also said that they are going to write a letter to the president as well, demanding that there shouldn't be any biased survey or any such challenge to a particular community just because a certain political party has doubt over Muslims in the country, and that's why such survey should not be conducted on this bigger scale. In fact, we also spoke to Mr. Syed Athar Ali, who is also the Waqf board member, who also clearly said that 100% Muslims are getting targeted. Yogi Adityanath, even 10 more Yogi Adityanath will come and conduct a survey, but nothing they will find. But also when we question them that how there are people, those are attached with such terrorist organization, are getting some or the other kind of stay and courage to stay in the madrasas and conduct their activities. He clearly says these are the alleged accused and no such evidences or proofs have been found to prove them that they are terrorists, though even later when they turn terrorist or their connection comes out with any such Muslim or terrorist organization, these are just people with number of 1 or 2, but not the entire Muslim lobby or not the entire madrasa lobby teaches some education to people, those highlight them or can praise them to go ahead and conduct such terrorist activities. But yes, they are clearly saying that we are being targeted, and if the government has no such doubt against us, and if they think that these are all legal activities which they are doing, then they should also do it on some other religious institutions and not only target madrasa, because madrasa are only teaching them good things and right thing to stabilize in society, rather escalating from those questions of teaching the Atangwadi or the terrorist activity. But yes, of course, they are going to write a letter to President of India asking that no such action should be taken. And yes, when the question was raised that what exactly is happening in Assam, Bihar and UP also, they say that we are just being targeted and such activities have already been happening in Assam, but never ever any government found anything. So that is why no such survey should be taking place on this bigger scale. But yes, the way series of meetings are taking place by work board member, by Raza Academy or by other Sunni communities, we clearly understand that they are going to oppose the kind of surveys those are happening.
Well, it's very clear, the writing on the wall. In fact, do stay on with us. AIUDF is already slamming the crackdown on madrasa which has happened in Assam. They are saying they cannot go around demolishing madrasas. Listen in.
लेकिन हमारा भी सवाल है सरकार से, ये जो मदरसा पे बुलडोजर चलाना, ये गैर कानूनी तौर पर बुलडोजर चला के मदरसा को तोड़ दिया गया है। वो मदरसा वहाँ का जो है वो लैंड पट्टा पब्लिक लैंड है, पब्लिक डोनेशन देके उसको बनाया, अच्छा सा एक बिल्डिंग बनाया, उसके परमिशन भी है, सब कुछ है। इसको तोड़ने का सरकार का कोई अधिकार नहीं है। नाजायज तौर पर सरकार ने इसको तोड़ा। अगर कोई एक्सट्रीमिस्ट कहीं भी रहता है, मदरसा में हो या स्कूल में हो, कॉलेज में हो, यूनिवर्सिटी में हो, किसी भी धर्म अनुष्ठान में अगर हो, जो आदमी क्राइम करेगा, जो किसी के एक्सट्रीमिज्म के साथ किसी का लिंक होगा, सरकार उसको गिरफ्तार करे, इन्वेस्टिगेशन करे, प्रूफ होने के बाद जो सजा है वो सख्त से सख्त सजा उसको दे। किसी का कोई आपत्ति नहीं, मुस्लिम समाज का कोई आपत्ति नहीं।
So let me go across to Amir Haq, who's joining us. Amir, even as we speak, there is massive resistance which is coming in to stop any proposed surveys over madrasas. What do we expect from the meeting which is happening even now of the Muslim bodies?
Well, Meghna, what has happened in Uttar Pradesh is completely different from what is being raised by way of contention about madrasas being brought down in Assam. Well, that is the prerogative of the local authorities, the local government there. If they found out that the madrasa building was not built as per the norms, they were well within their might to bring it down. That might have been a decision that was taken by the local authorities authorities, but that definitely is not the stated strategy or policy of a government. Such demolitions have taken place in Uttar Pradesh as well. But as far as survey of madrasas is concerned, this is something which is nothing new as far as Yogi government in Uttar Pradesh is concerned. Over the last 5.5 years of Yogi regime, there have been a number of times that similar surveys or similar exercises have been undertaken by the Yogi government or by the Minority Affairs Department, and the sole objective of carrying on such a survey is to identify and profile the kind of madrasas that are functioning on the ground, the students that are attending the classes there, the teachers that are teaching them, the management of the school, the kind of funds that are available with the school. And the government now clearly says that their objective is to bring madrasa education in line with the formal education that is imparted in public, private and government-run schools, which is why they have even gone to the extent of saying that not just the students will be provided basic amenities and facilities which are lacking in thousands of such madrasas functioning across Uttar Pradesh, but their teachers will be given maternity leave, transfers as per their choice, options and facilities which are available to other government-run institutions and the teachers and management of such institutions. So this definitely is a very sincere effort with good intention by the Yogi government and by the Minority Affairs Department, and this should not be seen with the kind of skepticism that many such people in the opposition are eyeing it. And it clearly now seems, when we hear AIUDF leaders to AIMIM leaders with the kind of contentions that they are raising, the kind of skepticism that they are bringing in to the minorities as well, that they seem to be completely blinded with their opposition of the BJP government, both in various states like Assam and Uttar Pradesh and at center, which is why they are making it seem like a big conspiracy against the minorities, especially against the Muslim community. This is something that should be analyzed by them objectively and conveyed to the Muslim community as well, that the government is looking to develop the minorities educationally, in terms of economy, in terms of making arrangements to provide them with employment, like the UP government is coming up with Rozgar Melas in minority-dominated areas. So all of these are step forward for making life easier and more accessible, things like education more accessible to the minorities. And therefore, the opposition should have actually supported the government in this endeavor rather than making such, conspiracy theories and opposing such move by the government tooth and nail.
We'll keep trying the developments on that front. Meanwhile, let's get you some of the voices which are coming in from the BJP as well, where they are saying that this is nothing but a bid to scuttle reforms in madrasas. Listen in.
मेरा कहना है बिहार में नहीं, पूरे देश के अंदर इसमें मदरसों का स्वरूप बदलना चाहिए। और जैसा कि आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने कहा कि एक हाथ में कुरान हो और दूसरे हाथ में ये मोबाइल वर्तमान टेक्नोलॉजी हो, उसका अर्थ समझने की ज़रूरत है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार मुसलमानों को मुख्य धारा के साथ जोड़ करके उनकी शिक्षा है, उनके अंदर जो अशिक्षा है, उनके अंदर जो कट्टरता है, जो वो सही दिशा में संस्कार युक्त और शिक्षा ग्रहण करें, इस तरह से प्रयास है।
जहाँ तक गिरिराज जी का सवाल है, गिरिराज जी को तो पाकिस्तान भेजने वाले बयान ने केंद्रीय मंत्री तक बनाया है। अब मदरसों के सहारे अगर वो देश के प्रधानमंत्री पद का सफर तय करना चाहते हैं तो ये परेशानी भारतीय जनता पार्टी के उनके प्रतिस्पर्धी नेताओं को हो सकती है। जनता ऐसे नेताओं के बयान का संज्ञान नहीं लेती है।
जहां जहां भी भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार है, सभी जगहों पर हमने मदरसों के मॉडर्नाइजेशन का काम किया है। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की जो मंशा रही है कि एक हाथ में कुरान हो और एक हाथ में कंप्यूटर हो, इस मंशा को फलित करते हुए मदरसों में भी अंग्रेजी की शिक्षा हो, विज्ञान की शिक्षा हो, तकनीकी शिक्षा हो और केवल दीनी तालीम देकर के उनको एक मजहबी कट्टरपंथ की तरफ जाने से रोका जाए, उनको सभी विषयों की शिक्षा दी जाए। इसके संदर्भ में अलग अलग प्रयास किए गए हैं और मदरसों को रेगुलराइज करने के लिए समय समय पर सर्वे भी किए जा रहे हैं।